We're all going on a summer holiday for me and you. We don't. Got to get me hat on. Got to get the hat. Got to get this hat on because I'm going on holiday soon. Right, got the hat on. I was ready. What are we talking about? God knows. I was all excited. I was really excited. Do you know why? Wink, wink, wink. He said that we're going on holiday. Did I tell you we're going on holiday? Yeah, we're going on holiday. Oh. Right, have all the freeloaders fucked off yet? We shall begin. But what I'm going to talk about today is actually time. And it's come. I wasn't going to do anything today. I've been busy and on this morning, just working as I normally do, getting my charts ready and preparing for the week ahead. And then I saw this from Danny. Little salute to you. Now, known Danny for years, and one of the beauties of this sort of industry is it brings people together. And not only does it bring people together, it brings friendships. And that's exactly what has happened in this case. Danny is a really good friend, as is Pete, that you're looking at here. But the part that I want to draw attention to is, watched a rant video that I did 5 years ago. Because 5 years ago I used to have a proper old rant. Now I was getting old. But what's happened in 5 years? Well, there's a lot of things. Now, some people are just always there. And believe it or not, some of the Muppets who used to have a go at me sort of all that way back still have a go at me today. I've moved forward. You've seen that. And you've seen my accounts grow. You saw the Vanguard start. It was around 500 quid, a little under 500 quid. Look where it is now. You know, thick end of £135,000. Now, you might think, you should have done that in a week. Well, no. It took me 3.5, 4 years to do it. All right? But let's look at something what's in front of us right now, because I kind of want to give an idea of something. I started this with 15 quid. All right? I did have to restart it because I did screw it up at the start. But it's gone right the way through. And today's a Sunday, so I'm not really fussed about pushing the board out. If I get further on, brilliant. It does get harder the higher up you go, because now I'm not looking for 3 or 4 pips. I'm looking for 10 and 20 pips a day. So how would I combat that? Well, I increase my position size now, and then that'll countermand it. Okay? But essentially, it's just growth. So it's at 205 quid. All right? Okay. Well, how much do you think it would be if we kept on going for 100 days? You know? So 100 days from now. So let me just pull up a little ChatGPT thing. Doodah. Okay. Or at least I will do. I want to switch the fucking thing on. Right. Okay. So, where are we at? So we're 202. So we'll just call it 200 quid, 200 quid. Just as this is just an example, perfect world, and then I'll get on to the chat. I have 200. If I traded 2% growth for the next 100 days, what will I have? Very simple thing, isn't it? I've got 200. Just tell it it's a £200. I have £200, and if I traded 2% growth for the next 100 days, what will I have? Okay. So, it's a good question. Blah, de blah, de blah. So in 100 days, I'll have 49 pounds. Right, okay. So 100 days to build something consistently is not. Right. Now, continue. Balance at 1% for 200 days. Okay. And do your balance. There you go. Right. What that's telling you, quite simply, and I've done it with the Vanguard, is that if you work out across a year, starting very small, you will grow that to about 10 grand. All right. That's the principle that I work to all the time. And just to give you an idea that, because it's very easy to see it on a spreadsheet, this is a BlackBull Market. It's a live account that I use just so that you can see it. Pull it down so you can see it's the hedge, not the netting, because the netting is quite a difficult account to use. So use a standard hedge count. It's called the standard on BlackBull. Pull up the history. We'll take it to the start, because I did have some comments saying that there's no way it can be done from 15 quid to get to, they said I couldn't even get it to 30 quid. Well, there's £15 start, balance transferred in. You've got to be absolutely ruthless with these things, guys. Don't get it right all the time, but kill the feckin' thing off, right? But there you go, all the way down. There's the statement, right the way through, bish bash bosh. There is loads of trades in amongst this, because you've got to be. 190's profit, and there's your total balance, 205.05 as it currently stands. Okay. So what's the moral of the story about time? You don't have to do everything in a day. You know, relationships and friendships grow stronger through the years. In fact, it's grown that strong. The squad itself do get together and go on trips. I'm off to Benidorm in a couple of weeks, and a few of the guys are going to be out there as well. Going on a cruise ship to the Christmas markets over in Bruges and sort of Amsterdam, etc. A couple of guys are coming with me. And then we're going to meet some more when we get to Amsterdam. Why? Because friendships grow and relationships grow. And you do it together. You can have a relationship with your chart. You can have a relationship with your account. And it might start small, just like a romance when you're dating, you know, and it gets stronger and stronger and better. Look at me and Joanne, little Winky. Met by chance. Found that we had some common ground. Went for a little drink. She was very nervous. I'm very boisterous. She hardly said a word. I gobbed on all night because that's what I am. I thought she was beautiful. She thought I was an arrogant fuck. Well, I don't know what she thought actually. But you went out on another date, and it was nicer. Went on another date, and it was better. And then eventually you find this is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, because every time you see them, it's just right. Now here I am, many, many years into a marriage. Had ups, we've had downs, but we've always had each other. Now that is commitment. That is understanding that the good and the bad are part and parcel of the bigger entity. Now think about your chart. If it's good all the time, there's going to be a day when it's bad. Not only is it going to be bad, it could be absolutely catastrophic. How do you deal with it? Do you just throw your toys out the pram and sort of think, this is rubbish, I'm not doing this again. Or that instrument is rubbish, I'm not going to trade that again because it always hurts me. Doesn't matter what the instrument is. It can be the same instrument over and over. And some days it's going to be good to you, some days it's going to be bad to you. But over time, that relationship will grow to the greater good. And that is what I'm trying to express today. Just because something doesn't look right doesn't mean to say it needs chucking in the bin. And this comes on to your strategies. I don't believe in strategy, to be honest. I think that's another reason why a lot of people have problems with this industry. They genuinely think, oh, just show me the way to get in. Well, you can get in on the press of a button. You're in the market. Why can't you do that? Find your direction, find your levels. And then the entry is next to nothing of the trade. But most people put too much emphasis on the entry. It's a little bit like looking for a bird in a nightclub. You'll put too much emphasis on looking for the one with the loose morals and the grip big assets. And then you find it's an absolute waste of time. It's fun for about 10 minutes, but then you find out they're fucking horrible and they're tapped in their head. So no. But if you've been on the dates and you've been on a few dates and you get to know them and then you know what's right, then the trade is. Do you kind of get what I'm getting at? All of the homework you do is just the dates to a marriage. And then your marriage should be perfect. Now, is my marriage perfect? And I'm going to bring this up because people have a go at me all the time about the way Joanne and I are. They know nothing of my marriage. Nothing. Because they don't know me, then they don't know Joanne. We speak to each other like this all the time. I insult her, she insults me, but it's the way we talk. And it's just a playful banter between us. And you know something? Every time I look at her, my heart flutters. Every time I look at her, my life lifts up. But people don't understand that. They just see what they want to believe. And they're probably taking it against their own marriage. Who actually is married to the lunatic that they found in the nightclub who's actually tapped. Trading is no different. You're chasing the thrill. You're chasing the game. Instead of actually chasing the relationship. So when Danny was saying, where did 5 years go? Well, I think the old analogy is, doesn't time fly when you're having fun? I mean, for me, bloody hell, that video, I just glanced back at it and it was when we were back at the back of the sweet shop and I used to have my little office there and we wind up. I had no idea what I was doing on camera. Well, I still don't actually. I still just switch the thing on and away I go. Spent a fortune on equipment, so it might sound a little bit better. The camera might be a little bit better. I've got some lights, all of this sort of thing. But my trading hasn't changed. Why? Because did the homework, been on the date, did the relationship, got married. And I'm faithful to that marriage. Because that thing is the only piece of jewellery you'll ever find on my body. And you know something? It's actually welded to my finger. I don't even know if I can get it. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. There you go. Not that you can, I don't know whether you can see that. There you go. It's welded in. So I am completely branded. Can that go onto there? There you go. As branded to Winky. It'll never leave my finger. Ever. And that's because I'm committed. Ask yourself a question. Are you committed? Or maybe I should be committed. There's a different twist on words, isn't it? Because my kids definitely think I should be committed. They keep telling me I'm not going to an old person's home, I'm going to a lunatic asylum. Because apparently I'm not allowed out on my own very much. But that's a story for another day. I'm going out today though, and then I'm going on holiday. Did I tell you I was going on holiday? I'm going on holiday. I'm going on holiday. Benidorm. Let's put the hat back on. Right. Why do I wear this hat? Well, this hat was bought on the first holiday that Joanne and I went on. and I still have it. Can you put in that much commitment? If you can, you've got a chance in this game. If you can't, you need to rethink it. Anyway, boys and girls, as always, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.